All right, you guys. It's a late night one. We gotta go fast. We gotta go to bed. So, how about we discuss what non-ninja jobs these cards would have? Don't have time for a full team battle, but let's get this pack going. And if these people weren't ninjas, what would they do? You can't even tear them down the middle. The card pack is too strong. It's too resilient. Ugh. The 6 yuans or 7 yuans or whatever. Oof. Really make that pack indestructible. Okay. Kakashi. I feel like there's a cute answer and like a funny unhinged answer. The cute answer would be that he works in a library. He's a librarian. The weird unhinged answer would be that even if he's not a ninja, he still kills people. He just does so as kind of like a mercenary assassin. He develops firearms and kills people that way. I think that's a fair method. Cute answer, weird answer. The Nard boy. Geez. Well, I guess the cute answer is that he would work in the ramen shop. He would apprentice, learn how to cut noodles and make noodles and fold them and cut them and all those things. And, he would make some weird experimental flavor of ramen and it would be really cute. And then, let me try to think here. I guess the weird answer would be that he makes a clothing line, because his clothing is really crazy looking. It has like a sort of fluffy collar. It's all blue and orange. He has these weird little Uzumaki swirl things that are on his shoulders. Like, I guess he didn't make his clothing, but his clothing is really weird. And it's weirder than anyone else's, I think, in the Leaf Village. So yeah, he would make an outdoor line of clothing, and he would make jackets and fall sort of level clothing. It wouldn't be as heavy as a winter coat, but it would be more like a fall jacket line. And it would be perfect because it's mostly orange stuff. So he would have like a big Halloween release. The Sauce Boy. Here he is, a beautiful boy. I mean, gosh. What answer would be cute for the Sauce Boy? Maybe like I think we've said this for a different character, but an optometrist, that's when you work on people's eyes, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he could be an eye doctor. I mean, that makes sense. That's kind of his thing. He could examine your eyes, give you a prescription for glasses, help you see better. I think that would be his cute answer. And his weird answer would be that he would be a male model because, all the girls love him. Married someone just because they looked a bit like Sasuke. So he's, ostensibly a very good looking boy. So he should pursue a modeling career. And look at how he's standing. He's already basically modeling. Look at that. Look at that hand. Look at that wrist. All right, very good. Oh boy! This is Sage Mode Naruto. This is the best kind of a Naruto. His face looks a little funny in this card, to be honest, but this is still his best design, I think. This is when he was at his best. Because he had this cool red and black cape, and it looked really great. It came out of nowhere. He had a big scroll and a red and black cape. Looked amazing. He only wore it for one fight. And some people say that he only wore it for one fight because capes are annoying to draw, and Kishimoto didn't want to draw him wearing a cape for every scene after the pain fight because he's in so many panels. So you would have to draw the cape like a billion times. And also that guy had to put out, a new 5 chapters every week or 2 weeks or whatever it was. So just in the interests of being able to produce material without dying from exhaustion, I don't even know if that's true. That's just what I've heard some people say. It's a really cool cape, though. The black and red cape is just such a good look. So this is Naruto again, but this is when he's older. He's a sage now. I mean, the cute answer is that he could I guess, run like an aquarium for frogs, or like some kind of, um, maybe not a veterinarian per se, but he would be in charge of maintaining a little closed off national park for amphibians, we'll say. Um, and the weird answer would be that he would um, use his massive scroll to start writing out laws in the style of the original Martin Luther, the church guy, not the civil rights guy. And he would just take his big scroll around and he would just declare laws to the various countries, um, without any real political power behind him. Not as the Hokage, he would just sort of expect people to follow his rules because they're logical and righteous, and he would just write those rules down and rip off a bit of the scroll and just stick them up on the Kage's door in all the villages, and he would just go around as a wandering law monk. SSR, nice card. Like the blue shiny Rasengan. And here it is, the holographic. It's not a Boruto, because it says Naruto. Let's see. Oh, shit. Oh, yes. God damn it, yes. All right, perfect. It's a sideways card. I've been waiting to get a sideways card for a long time, ever since I learned that they exist. Sideways cards are absolutely my favorite. I absolutely love them. These landscape cards, I guess you would call them. This is a great one. It has Hiruzen. He's not young, but he's the age of when Naruto is growing up. So a couple years younger than he eventually becomes. A couple years younger than his dying day. And little boy Naruto, and they're sharing a fish. They're having a little grandpa barbecue, and this is. I think this is an anime only scene. I'm pretty sure. A lot of people wonder why Naruto lives alone, because it's weird. He's a little kid. He lives alone. Hiruzen is the third Hokage. He obviously knows the fourth Hokage, and he knows that Naruto is the Hokage's kid, and I think he even promises Minato that he'll take care of Naruto. He promises Kushina and Minato, I think, that he'll take care of Naruto. And then you see Naruto just like living alone, and the Hiruzen comes in and like throws some money on his table, and he's like, "Well, time to get over your dead parents, kid." And he seems like kind of aloof and mean, but then there's this scene, which I think is anime only, where like Hiruzen, it's really weird because Hiruzen seems to act like he's meeting Naruto for the first time. And maybe he's doing that because Naruto is meeting him for the first time. I guess maybe that's the implication. This is the first time Hiruzen has like approached Naruto. And again, Naruto's like a little 5-year-old kid who is like caught a fish and is cooking it over a fire and appears to be just on his own. There are no parent figures around him. And Hiruzen, I guess, is like watching over him, in secret or something. I don't know why he doesn't just take the fucking kid in as his own kid and just say it's his kid. That would solve literally every problem in this situation. Because it's like, oh, Naruto is the son of a Hokage, so I guess we want to keep that under wraps or whatever. But it's like, well, just if Hiruzen, says that he's his dad, then he can be the son of a living Hokage, and then, well, he might still be a target. A living Hokage is much scarier than a dead one. Anyway, Hiruzen comes into this scene, and Hiruzen is like has a grumbly stomach, and like Naruto, like they both laugh. They both like look at each other. They hear Hiruzen's grumbly stomach, and they're laughing. And then Naruto like shares some of his own fish dinner with the Hokage that he caught as like a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old who's like living in the wilderness. It's a really weird scene. I guess it wasn't thought out how Hiruzen and Naruto, like how their relationship was going to develop considering all of the lore stuff that happens. Because, I mean, it was the first chapter, right? Like, you learn all this stuff in the first chapter, that Naruto lives alone, that Hiruzen's the Hokage, and he sort of gives him money, but they don't live together. He's not a father figure. and he doesn't really seem to be that warm towards Naruto. And then like that doesn't really gel with all of the stuff that comes later, that Naruto's the son of the fourth Hokage, that the fourth Hokage sacrificed himself and explicitly told Hiruzen to make sure his son was okay. Like I guess it can be forgiven because this is literally like the first panel. Their relationship appears in like the first chapter of the comic, and like it's fair if you don't look 3,000 chapters ahead in your plot planning or whatever. I get it. But this is just a really funny, weird anime scene to add in because it doesn't really solve the problem of Naruto being like living alone and having a miserable life, and the third not really watching out for him at all. It kind of just muddies the waters even more and makes it even weirder that they would have this moment of like, oh, we're meeting each other for the first time, even though like obviously that can't be true because Hiruzen has already seen Naruto, and like why is he coming up to him pretending to be this like silly friendly old man, and like does Naruto, he doesn't know that he's the Hokage in this funny little moment. So like when does that come to light? Does he pretend to be a funny old man like a bunch and to hang out with Naruto to make sure he's okay? Why is Naruto sharing his dinner with the third? Shouldn't the third like be giving food to Naruto? It's very weird. It's very unclear. This is a great card. Super happy to have it. If Hiruzen had another job, he would probably work in freaking child trauma lines, or the children's aid. He would be a not very helpful children's aid member. That's what I wanted to say. And Naruto for the third time would be a fisherman. Cool. Okay, so a couple of cool draws. Sage Mode Naruto is a good draw, and this wonderful, with the story behind it, holographic rare. This makes up for getting a double of Naruto for the HR, for the holographic rare. This is incredible. My first portrait card. So happy to have it in the deck. This is going to the front of the deck for sure. Love it, and I like Hiruzen a lot, even though he is a weird guy who definitely didn't take care of Naruto. He's still very cool, and he's lived a long life, and he was a big deal in, the big world wars that were going on. Sweet! Alright, time to go to sleep. Have a good night.